I'm Tubby Reddy, the president of Volleyball South Africa. Historically, we've been in charge of the sport post the apartheid era, and it has been a battle to grow the sport. Essentially, over the period of the last 18 to 20 years, we've had successes and we've had failures. It is encouraging to note that we are back at a stage where we're securing a national circuit for beach volleyball to culminate in a world event in December in Durban. We've had a world event in '95 in Cape Town and in '96 in Durban, and then more recently we had another event in Cape Town. It's been difficult to sustain simply because one, we had to battle along in terms of expectations from players, the lack of input from the corporate sector, and that's why I'm quite excited right now in terms of the 2013 year, in which we've got a new promoter on board who's worked with us to help us grow this circuit. So as I speak to you, the national circuit will encompass 5 events around the country and will culminate in the world event. The international body has been looking at South Africa as the option to showcase beach volleyball and volleyball, particularly on our continent, as the more organized country. They also believe we have the necessary resources, and it's only now that I know that the promoter is looking at securing the corporate sector to come on board. We are hopeful that as people witness the event around the country, that there'll be more interest from the corporate sector. And beach volleyball is an attraction. It's been an attraction in the Olympic Games. It was put in for the first time in Sydney. It's now grown into a core sport in the Olympic program. And as I speak, there is very little danger that volleyball or beach volleyball will be taken off the Olympic program. As you would have heard a week ago, wrestling has been taken off the Olympic program for various reasons. In relation to the actual event, my appeal to the corporate world is to help us grow the sport, to get involved. Obviously, the promoter, Guinness Consulting, will go out there to attract the sponsorship, and my appeal is that you cooperate with the promoter and we can assure you that you'll get value for money. In terms of the FIVB, I've been lucky enough to have been a member of the FIVB board until recently, and I know that one of the flagship events for the FIVB is the World Beach Circuit. In the last 3 Olympic Games, beach volleyball was one of the sport that was sold out even before, as soon as tickets were released, and even before people got to the competition. In the main, the FIVB has always looked upon Volleyball South Africa to grow this and sustain. And I think the important issue is to sustain the event rather than it being a once-off or a one-year event. So much so that the FIVB has granted us the rights for 2 years, 2013 and 2014, and we've been lucky enough to get support from the city of Durban. In order to secure the event, there are certain guarantees and there are certain documents that need to be signed off, and we were lucky that the city of Durban has committed and has put pen to paper as a partner in the event. The other role player we are still negotiating with, who will come on board, is the national lotteries. They also support ventures of international status in terms of the benefit to our country. Those applications have been made with the National Lotteries Board, and I'm sure that they will also contribute to the success of the event. The further player in the mix is the KwaZulu-Natal Tourism Board, of which the chair, Mr. Sada Naidu, has committed to help in with the promoter to put this event together. So you will obviously notice that there are many role players, many stakeholders